Today, we have the best players for under 50,000 coins in every single position. We are feeding the streets, at least the FC streets, and I need you to comment below most overrated and most overpowered players that you have used. We are working on videos and we'll be screenshotting and incorporating all of your comments. But without further ado, let's begin with the defenders. And I'd like to start with a caveat that there may be a few borderline players with price point and market, and I'm anticipating where things are going to be heading. Capiche? Fullback wise, the price range or extension doesn't really change much. At least not for this position. Teo Hernandez in the 30K range. Make that pickup if you have the extra cheddar. Alphonso Davies, the Canadian Dream. We know what he's about. He has been over-delivering. That's all that I'm going to say, and he's going to cost you next to nothing. The same could be said with the likes of Ferland Mendy, who's just sitting, knocking on doors, waiting for Evos, the all-arounder, the stat room stuffer, the overpowered, undeniable talent out wide. And I'm also tossing in Bode. If you're heading to La Liga and you want some different optionality, same price point. Right backs, much more difficult unless you have dumb premium budgets. Frimpong has been a mainstay. Quick movements, very responsive. Lorente, who's going to be in the 55,000 coin range, give or take, at least as we're recording. That price point will come down with him being an 84 overall. That would be my first choice on the docket. Dumfries, if you don't have budget, love them. Quite well suited on the defensive end, maybe offensively a little more limited. Either way, that's the quick fire for the fullbacks on my recommendations, even in this budget range. As for center backs, I've got you covered with nearly any budget. But I'd like to start out with Rudiger, who's again just over 50,000 coins as we're recording. He's got that aerial fortress playstyle, plus big body, strong, easy links, 87 sprint speed, co-sign it, uplift it, repeat, and recycle. Upamecano, a fan favorite this way. He's swift, physical, couple passing play styles as well. Sprinkle it in there. Give me a birthday cake with some extra helpings. Kanate, big body clunker. Real serious physical specimen. Not the best versus some of the left stick dribbling, so I'll leave that here. Eder Militao, I know that he cost more than 50,000 coins, in the 60s, but the price is going to come down. I didn't want to leave him out of the video. This will naturally reduce just based on the rarity and the amount of packs and ratings, and it's going to happen sooner than later. But he has that premier prime speed and turning and responsiveness. And if you can't afford Eder Militao, but you want a similar experience, we're heading to the Premier League for Eder's cheap brother-in-law or some sort of long-lost family member with Marilla, who's 10,000 coins, and the price has fallen off the cliff. Big Ronnie, always rated. He's got the juice. Early days, early doors. Reminds me of the OG Varane type release vibes. And I'm keeping that on repeat. Bremer, if you're heading to the Serie A, 5 play styles, solid movements. He is who you'd expect him to be, and he's on the top end for the Serie A in particular. Ibanez, if you're getting creative with Saudi, Brazilian, a lot to like, a lot to love. If you have not used him, I highly encourage giving him some minutes, some PT, put him on the pitch. And then relatively new with an inform, Pavard, 86 overall, 50K-ish, jockey plus playstyle, 88 defending, and just much better at getting the ball out from the back. Once you overtake possession, this guy has the comfort and the ability to deliver different passes, find angles, decent dribbling. I've got a bunch of compliments for the early inform. Into the midfield, and you might notice a theme. I don't make the rules. I am just the messenger. Mariona, 89 overall for 40,000 coins, and the ladies this year are serious business. She can play all over the central roles, cam, center mid, holding mid, 4-star, 7 play styles. If she's not for you, don't worry. We've got Dabinia, 88 overall, similar price point, gotta be a cam, quick passing, the trifecta or the triangles. You can form those. You got a competitive edge. And at least in my opinion, she has some of the most elite dribbling in the game, regardless of budgets. Rose LaBelle, not an American bias, I promise. I don't know if you're quite in a sniping situation just yet, but I picked her up for 5,000-6,000 coins. Talk about value. Incredible passer, facilitator, mover, icy smooth dribbling, pinged pass plus, clean on the ball, crispy. You don't need a car wash if you got Rose LaBelle. I'm not done. We're talking about Lindsay Horan, who's now Lindsay Heaps with the marriage movements, incisive plus, and again, 7 play styles. For what price? 6, 7, 8,000 coins? Do a discount double check. Barella, the Italian, Serie A. Pitbull style midfielder. Can conquer and will conquer. And again, maybe 20,000 coins, give or take. Messi, now at an 86, still has that difference maker with his touch with the left stick. The finesse shot is gross. It's complimentary in the best of ways. He needs to be played as a center attacking mid if you want to maximize Messi, and he will not be able to play a complete game. So look for a sub by the 65th or 70th minute if Messi is going to be a starter in your attack. N'Golo Kante, still got the goods. Lot to appreciate. Intercept plus, and he has this component, and it deals with the 93 balance. I'm sure of it. He's just glued to the turns. He has quicker movements. It's more responsive. If you swing and you miss, you get a second chance, a second bite of the cherry. But this item, if you're building out of Saudi or you have French links available, hand clap. Speaking of, Camavinga, price will be coming down, but he's not expensive now. Reliable touches, can move between multiple positions without a fall off. We love that. Tchouaméni, his teammate, CDM is where I would focus up, but I like that you could play him anywhere centrally. You can even run him as a CB if needed. Rodri does not get talked about at all. 90 overall, has to be a CDM, but he's underrated as a facilitator. Tiki-taka plus, and the value that you are receiving for this price point, this ability, and people are overlooking Rodri like he doesn't have that extracurricular, as if he cannot provide on the virtual pitch. Same can be said with Kimmich. Similar price point. Let him sit back and do his job. The agility and the balance makes him feel much faster than the stats might suggest. And a lot of you are just not giving out these minutes. You're not taking a chance on these high-rated, proven players, at least on the actual pitch, that are starting to have more crossover on the virtual pitch. And then last but not least, Karchawi, wow. Might be just over 50,000 coins, but you get 5-star skills, 7 play styles, sort of a unique build, straight out of pro clubs. Think of her as a newfound version of Bon Madi that's going to cost you so much less, and she's explosive. Turn, burn, chase back, right place, right time, a little bit of creativity, a little razzle dazzle, that spark that is needed, that spark that is necessary. Guru. Under 10,000 coins, a player with a track record, proof of concept. Put her into a winger selection. Let her use and abuse that defense. Take full advantage. She can also play the center attacking mid. However, she is missing a good role for a cam. I do not like half winger. Lauren Hemp, 87 overall. Again, cheap. Under 10,000 coins. And she is freaking phenomenal. Might be the most slept on player I've used out wide this year. Rapid plus. You love that. Find the links, bring it together. Or head to La Liga, get you a Rodrigo, pay the 50s with some extra helping. Double 4-star, 5 play styles. Of course, the link up play, Brazilian pride on the virtual pitch. Mallory Swanson, who can also play up front. And I have been experimenting with her in some false 9. Just throwing it out there. Has a 5-star weak foot. 4-star skills, the ease of the movement, the touches, everything's under control. I rate that tremendously. Trinity Rodman, you got 1 on each side of the pitch, 85 overall, quick step plus, another 7 play style baseline, 83 finishing when you get yourself into some space, and trust. You're going to find that space. Doué, big upgrade for FC 26, 85 overall. Got that trickster plus, and the turning is elite. Dribbling, authentic. He is more of a work-in winger, not necessarily a one-man counterattack, but the deception that you get around the edge of the box, crazy levels of ins and outs and cancellations and R1 dribbling, the compliments, I give those. Salma, and hear me out, she might be a little over the price range or the budget, I understand. And I'm predicting the price to downgrade. If not, you come after me in the comment section. She might be a bit of a stretch as we're recording, but she's just a broken player. We don't need to do a big deep dive. That's the reality check. Rafa Leao, speaking of, more of the same. Trickster plus in action, 5-star skills. And with his body type and pace, it's electric. It's unstoppable. You know what's coming, what's cooking. You don't win those 50-50s. Rafa Leao is here to stay. And if you need a teammate with Christian Pulisic, and I'm happy to always claim some American bias, but this isn't that. He's gifted and talented. This is a baseline gold with pace, finishing, 5-star weak foot, skill moves, the dribbling. I like it. The passing, decent. Plenty of packaging for only an 84. Dumerne, wow. Crushing Spirits, Voodoo on the virtual pitch, game changer without a doubt. Dumb nice left stick. In her case in particular, you don't need a detective. She got pure pace. If she catches you slipping, she is long gone. Marmouche, you probably know by this point, and he's getting more affordable. Real overpowered motion. Easy link, speed, finishing, prepped in the Prem. Perhaps one of the biggest surprises, Claudia Pena, spanking folks. If you've been early on the good old Claudia, then you have made a heck of a pickup. Low driven plus, and she's a machine with the close control. The dribbling doesn't make sense. The numbers don't number. She got 7 play styles, but she is an absolute problem. Griezmann, and hear me out, he has to be in some sort of connector setup with more of a false 9 game plan. But if you can bring that together, you will be awarded. Openda, now featuring in the Serie A, 83 overall, but 95 reasons to make that type of pickup. Once he turns you or puts you on a hip, out of the picture. Sammy Kerr, still with the cover star upgrades, 87 overall, 4-star skills, surprisingly fast with the dribbling takeoffs. She's getting that separation. Some of the best conversion and shot creation that I've seen this year. 91 composure and 91 finishing explains a lot. Berbatov, hot takes, first and only hero that I will be including in this video, right around 50K. But first touch plus, and if you find this guy around or inside the box, he is a true creative. He's experienced, he's a crusader, got curvature, can maneuver, and maybe it is a bias. And I'm not sure that he's for everyone, but I can get busy with the Bulgarian. We're heading to Poland, advanced forward. Even with 3-star, she got a finesse shot plus, and she is not slow whatsoever. Catch her on a through ball and find out. Kolomwani, I can't get away from him. I know he's super cheap. Make that movement. The same with Myra Ramirez or Mateo, who I don't think has the same hype as some of the other ladies. Even Rashford at an 80 is still chopping and screwing. That is a reference towards Houston rap or Southern rap that might be too niche for the majority. I guess we'll find out in the comments section. Speaking of, let me know overpowered and overrated players that you have been using. I will be getting back to everyone. I truly appreciate you. If you've not subscribed, it is free to do so. And we'll have a lot more content coming out ASAP.